All right, so yeah, Hudson on the line with us. I don't know where he is. It's crazy situation, but we're gonna try to make this work here as we begin to preview the Super Bowl. As really the biggest thing, Hudson, about the Super Bowl, I'm sure you would agree, is there are some incredible. This is a really really insane coaching matchup this year.
33 to 66-year-old coaches thing is crazy. I mean, having Bill Belichick, who's been the greatest coach, the GOAT of coaches, let's be real here, and Sean McVay, who seems to be an up-and-coming, amazing coach who could even be better than Bill Belichick, for all we know, okay? They've both shown incredible talent. I'm excited to see them go head-to-head with their playbooks. But, the real story here is, Jared Goff and Tom Brady. Can Jared Goff outscore Tom Brady? Your defense isn't going to you're not going to stop Tom Brady. You can't stop Thomas. But you can try to outscore Thomas. And that's what they have to do here if they want to succeed. So it's really I think it's really going to be a shootout. And lucky for the Rams are 5-1 when there's a shootout where their teams have scored over 30 points.
Yeah, so that's definitely a very positive stat, but the thing is, McVay's offense here it's really unlike any other in football, as I'm sure you'd agree. The Rams, they take concepts that nearly every team in the league uses and push them into extreme. I mean, no other NFL team uses the jet motion more often this year. No other team uses 11 personnel at a higher percentage of its snaps. No other team uses deployed play action on a higher percentage of its dropbacks. And no other team uses those tight receiver splits and stack receiver sets. So they just use formations that no one ever sees coming. And
right, exactly. And that's why their defense is so dominant. And now with the addition of C.J. Anderson, who's only 27 years old, and he's thicker than he used to be, and he's strong, and he's fast. It's hard to stop this running game, too. I mean, you have Todd Gurley, arguably the best running back in the league, with C.J. Anderson, who's been playing as well, if not better, than Todd Gurley. And when you have two running backs of that caliber on the same team, I mean, I don't know how you can stop that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's like when you have thick running backs, there's nothing better. There's literally nothing better than having a thick running back. But Patriots cornerbacks coach Josh Boyer said this week that New England has seen examples of every aspect of the Rams' offense this season. But the difference is that with McVay, those quirks aren't scattered throughout a game plan. They are that game plan. And so making that defense, how should the Patriots handle this Rams offense that just does everything so well, unlike any other offense that we've really seen before?
Well, here's the thing, with their offense, you got to shut down key factors. If you shut down the running game and you shut down Brandon Cooks, they have Stephon Gilmore. They'll definitely put him, he's one of the best corners in the league. He was first-team All-Pro. They'll definitely put him on Robert Woods. And Robert Woods was on the Patriots at one point. And he knows how to guard it. I mean, Robert Woods and Stephon Gilmore on the same team at one point, so he does know how to guard Robert Woods. So it should be an advantage for the Patriots, as well as if you can stop that run game, it's really just it's too much, and I think that's how they win the game.
So yeah, that's interesting. Gonna shut down the key factors and all that stuff, but. Here's the thing. I from what I've seen, I can see where Hudson is right now. He's like actually at our school because we go to the same school. And Hudson, I want you to tell us a little about why we are at that. You are at the school. Why you're at our school. All right, we see.
I stagecraft, Spenser.
Oh, stagecraft. Oh, that's with Mr. Yeah, Mr. Geller.
Drive him to McDonald's. I don't even know who is this kid. Austin, he's nothing to me.
Spenser, I don't know what chem packet we're supposed to do.
You don't? Okay. Wait, which one's most like the test? Because she said one of them was like the test and one of them wasn't. What?
Like the 300 question one?
Ronald McDonald's, you remember?
Do you think it won the polyatomic ions?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Bedford and
Hudson, why would you say this is okay? You're like literally in a car with other people.
Right.
Oh my God.
To the right. Wait. Wait, not right.
Oh, no, it isn't. No, I'm pretty sure.
It's left. It is left. I have so right. You go left and you make a right at the light, and then you go.
What? Can you? I don't even know what that is, and no.
Yeah.
No.
All right, we're gonna literally hang up on him because he seems like he's doing some other stuff right now, and not a good situation for a podcast, but still, we did get some good analysis out of Hudson while he was there, but still just a little bit of an awkward situation there, like literally, because Hudson is over at my school right now that we the school that we both go to, and that definitely obviously makes this thing very awkward. But anyway, there is still a lot of this stuff about this offense that is very, very interesting. It's New England's greatest strength on the back end of its defense is its flexibility. Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung, Duran Harmon, and the Patriots have three capable safeties they could be used in really any situation. That could be very, very helpful in handling the crazy formations, the crazy setups that the Rams will eventually try to run. But they also have a solid trio of covermen at cornerback, and Jason McCourty, Stephen Gilmore, and rookie J.C. Jackson, who's literally undrafted rookie starting in the Super Bowl. Imagine the nerves that are present at that point in time. Absolutely incredible. But the problem with the Patriots is if they pull at all, but if they put all of those defensive backs on the field and runs with Chung acting as the de facto linebacker, New England could be susceptible to Rams' excellent ground game. I mean, the thing with the Rams is they have such a multi-threat, so many different threat levels at offense. It's really going to be so hard to handle. So now that we got that take on the offense from both Hudson and from me, giving a little bit more about the kind of stuff that the Rams run, they never really, no one really has ever seen the Rams run. Seeing anything like the Rams offense, the way that they run these different formations at such high rates, and they just do it so well, so efficiently all the time, it's going to be very, very, very tough for them to beat. So if the Rams start to move the ball efficiently when they run, it'll be up to McVay to stick it with that approach and not chase chunk plays through the air. So that's what they're going to have to balance. Play that careful balancing game. It's all about reacting and adapting to how the game is going, and there's really no one better to trust to do that than Sean McVay. So saying that Gurley will be one of the Rams' key components in the game may not sound really revelatory, but we are 2 weeks removed from him being really a non-factor in the NFC Championship, and the Pats are significantly better at stopping interior runs than they are slowing down backs to the perimeter. How Gurley fares against the Pats' lighter outside packages will have a massive impact on the Rams' offense. His involvement in the passing game may be more crucial than any previous point in the season, and New England employs press man coverage more than any other team in football. The Patriots' corners will almost certainly spend Sunday night manhandling the Rams receivers and staying glued to their hips. So, that's going to be... this is a very important thing to look for, is very aggressive and very tight defensive play there. So that's going to be... that'll be a big thing. So now we flip the script here. Look at Wade Phillips' incredible defense on the Rams side versus Josh McDaniels and the Patriots offense, really Tom Brady's offense. So unlike the clash between Belichick and McVay, we've seen these two square off before. And then at that time, Phillips came away with the win. That was in the AFC Championship, I think a few years ago, during the 2015 season when Denver knocked off New England 20-18. And you really fully expect the Rams to implement an approach similar to the one that Phillips used with Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, and his former no-fly zone secondary of those legendary times that we know and love so well. But that may sound simple, but in many ways, Phillips' defense is quite simple. They have a lot of good weapons. They have a lot of strong and powerful options to go to on the defensive side for the Rams, as you heard Hudson touch on a little bit, and that is really going to enable them to use that same kind of double-edged approach of tough on the line and tough in the secondary. It's going to be something very much something to look for later tonight. So in the modern NFL, this means here we got 4-man fronts. It was technically 3-4 base defense, yet the basis of the approach has remained consistent. The key has always been subtle adjustments that Phillips makes for his opponent and his personnel. Against the Patriots back in 2015, Phillips was willing to call for more zone coverage than he typically does, and that's very important. He's a flexible guy. He's able to kind of read the situation, adapt adapt and adjust accordingly. And against the Patriots, he called for more zone coverage. The goal was to provide Tom Brady with a little pre-snap information as possible by deploying a mix of coverage types through the game. Keep him guessing at all points. Not saying Tom Brady's not going to be able to handle that, but it would make his life tougher. Against the Patriots 3 seasons ago, Phillips was willing to call for more zone coverage than he typically does. That was very often to the contrary, because the Broncos really almost never blitzed. And the Rams won't likely really bring that much extra pressure on Sunday. Instead, they'll probably put 5 or 6 defenders along the line of scrimmage and do all they can to make Brady second guess which 4 are coming and which 2 or so are going to 2 or 1 are going to be staying. For the defenses facing Brady, the tiniest hesitations can mean everything. Over the 2 playoff games this season, Brady has yet to be sacked, and during last month's AFC Championship game win in Kansas City, he was barely even touched. Brady's average time to throw the ball this postseason has been an absurd 2.18 seconds. He's gotten rid of the ball in less than 2 seconds on 67.8% of his dropbacks, according to Pro Football Focus, and has completed 77% of the throws. The less information Brady can serve from the snap, the more likely it is he will have to hang on the ball just a little bit longer. And that is where Aaron Donald comes in. And the biggest, as we all know, it's a time that we've seen over and over again, the rare areas and the rare places where Brady has slowed down has been interior pressure. And that's why the Rams are so lucky that they do have Aaron Donald. His passer rating went pressured up the middle of the season, was just 63.1. The Rams also just happen to have the best interior rusher and the best defensive player in football, period. And Aaron Donald, who literally won the award last night. So he is in a good position to challenge Brady from the middle. How the Pats plan to contain Donald and how the Rams react as a result might just be the most important aspect of the game. What are they going to do? That kind of pressure will be very, very good, very, very helpful for the Rams, who slowing down Brady and having a pretty solid secondary will be the most effective at attacking the Patriots' offense where they are the weakest in terms of the offensive line and in terms of their lack of options, especially for going deep that Tom Brady has to go to. Ndamukong Suh could be vital to the Rams' success as well. If he takes advantage of New England guard Joe Thuney or Shaq Mason, it could spell a long evening for Brady. I mean, I really do hope this game actually does turn out well. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very, very close. But the Patriots' focus on Donald should do more than facilitate one-on-one matchups for the Rams' defensive front. It should also create some space. With fewer blockers accounting for the non-Donald players, there should be more room for LA defenders to twist and stunt than otherwise would be. Don't be surprised if the Rams try to get Dante Fowler and others free up the middle as a result. Interior pressure doesn't have to come from a team's defensive tackles, and if Rob Gronkowski hadn't found much success as a receiver this season before the AFC title game, but he has continued to be a pretty dominant blocker. It might serve the Pats well to keep him in tight as an extra line of protection against the Rams' pass rush, which has proven to be very effective, and especially with Aaron Donald, is going to be extra effective at the Super Bowl. To keep the Rams off balance, you can expect McDaniels to dial up a lot of motion, especially from New England's running backs, always trying to keep them guessing about what could be next. By moving someone like Rex Burkhead around before the snap, McDaniels can help Brady gather some of the information that Phillips is trying to take away based on mixing his man and zone coverage looks. And the problem for the Rams, if the pass rush fails to generate consistent pressure, is that New England has answers for every coverage type. The Patriots torch the Chiefs' man-heavy looks with receiver stacks to generate quick separation, and we will see those again if the Rams choose to play a lot of man. Phillips leans more towards zone, and Julian Edelman and James White could feast over the middle as Brady marches from end zone to end zone. White should be a focal point of the Rams' game plan on Sunday. Saints running back Alvin Kamara was the only New Orleans pass catcher who got much done against the Rams in the NFC Championship game, and it seems like White could find similar success against linebacking core that he's regularly struggled against in space. So yeah, that is going to be. It's really going to be interesting to see the counteractive nature of McDaniels trying to trick